Hey all you Minties, this is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and join me today for my monthly haul. And this time we're going to be talking about March of 2021. Let's get started. And welcome back everybody. Before getting started on this haul, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We put out videos every day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. But that all helps our YouTube channel keep growing and it helps with the YouTube algorithm. So this was my birthday month. My birthday was on March 14th, so some of these are presents and I will be giving some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, kicking off this month is a birthday gift from my buddy Johnny Boy at Dying Breed Collectors. He owns that eBay shop, and that is freaking BPRD, The Devil You Know, wrapping up all those years of BPRD, the spin-off series, which eventually became, to me at least, better than Hellboy at times. And it all wraps up with this. I know there's another series, it's like Hellboy and the BPRD or something like that, but I just cracked this open. I got it because he was waiting for it to come in, and I know the direct market and book market are really weird these times with Diamond and Dark Horse, especially Dark Horse. Sometimes books are just being canceled if you're pre-ordering them, so I was a little worried about not getting this one, and he was like, dude, it's your birthday, I got you, man. So that was really cool. He's also the one that I gave a shout out to with the Wolverine bust that he sent me. Really nice dude. I wasn't expecting this, and man, it's here. It's finally here. This is the way I've been reading these stories, especially the later volumes. I stopped reading BPRD and single issues years ago, so I'm catching up this way in hardcover format. That's the way I've been getting them. So this follows the Hell on Earth storyline. Now, where the hell is my Lobster Johnson hardcover collection, huh? We've got Witchfinder, we've got Baltimore 1 and 2, and we got Witchfinder Volume 2 coming out. Come on, Dark Horse, you know we want that Lobster Johnson collection. But yeah, it's interesting to see all of it kind of wrap up and eventually end with this book. Now, like I said, you don't have to have read Hellboy to enjoy these stories, and I better stop looking through here because I haven't read it yet. But, you know, it does help add a little bit more to it. But this really fleshes out those characters that appear in Hellboy. I'd almost tell people to read this and then go back to Hellboy. Because to me, sometimes the stories here were just so much freaking awesome. Of course, my wonderful wife, kicking off my birthday, surprised me with some graphic novels that I either used to have or had forgotten about, and this is one of them. This is the Twilight Man, the story of Rod Serling and the birth of television. And if you all know anything about the Uncanny Omar, The Twilight Zone was one of my favorite TV shows. To this day, my oldest daughter and I, used to be my wife and I, when she could stay up, New Year's Day, that's all we do. We watch a huge marathon of The Twilight Zone. So this is his story, and it was published by Humanoids, and I freaking forgot about this book. So thank you so much, baby. I forgot about this book. I haven't read it, and after I'm done with XMen and XMen Reading Order, this is probably the one I'm going to head to. This is Stumptown, which is now a ABC TV series, according to the sticker. But is it still, or did it get canceled? I really don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, she got me all 4 of these. I used to have the hardcovers of 1 and 3, and for some reason I couldn't find 2 and 4, and I have no idea where they are, so I'm so glad that she got these for me, because I never finished reading the series. So this is Greg Rucka, and it is Matthew Southworth, and it's a crime noir story about a detective, a female detective, and you all know how he writes his strong female leads, like in Lazarus, but that's what this is. As a matter of fact, it has a little bit of artwork that looks similar to someone like Michael Lark, who's worked with Greg Rucka in the past, but this is one I'm very happy to go back and revisit, because like I said, I never got to finish it. I don't think I read Volume 3 either, because I couldn't find Volume 2 and Volume 4 in hardcover. And that's what happens when you're a completist. You stop reading Volume 1 until you get that Volume 2 where it doesn't exist. It looks like, though, in future volumes that the color tones are changing. Yeah, this is what the earlier volumes look like. This kind of color. They're a little flatter tone than the colors and art style in Volumes 3 and 4. So if you've read the series, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. I did end up getting the deluxe edition of A Death in the Family. This is the Batman book that also contains A Lonely Place of Dying. And I just recorded a video, and I'll probably put it up sometime on Monday, so keep an eye on the channel for an in-depth look at this particular deluxe edition. You know, part of the reading orders that I do on the channel always make me realize which books I'm missing. So I went ahead and purchased these books that I was missing from my collection. I thought I could have sworn I had these. This is X-treme X-Men by Greg Pak. It's an alternate reality that some of them come to our reality. But anyway, I will be going more in depth when I get to part 8 of the X-Men reading order. That's right, if you tune in on our Saturday's live stream, I mentioned that the X-Men reading order is huge, and I'm trying to cut it down to 8 parts, because you all know me, I love talking X-Men, and that's both my strength and my weakness, because I can go on forever just talking about one particular book. So I decided, you know, I need to focus more and maybe cut more on the chatter and focus more on what the actual content that's collected in there. But you all let me know in the comments down below, by all means, how you like those videos. I've done part 2 so far, working on part 3 this week, so I hope that comes out either this week or next week, because I'm working on my Hidden Gems video as well. I have an interview coming up on Wednesday, with one of the creators of the Hidden Gems, and I can't wait to talk to him. I also didn't have this. How the heck did I not have? I didn't have the Age of Apocalypse series. This is the ongoing series. This is the series that spun out of Uncanny X-Force, and there is a complete collection. This collects everything. This is X-Men: The Age of Apocalypse, including the crossover with Exterminated. So good thing I'm doing a reading order, or extermination. I may not have needed this, but I guess we'll find out when I get to that part of the X-Men reading order. Now, I've done an overview of this video, and Lee Garbett was so pleased to see the video. He retweeted my video. It was really cool, because he got to see a first look, because he hadn't gotten his comp copy yet, and this is Skyward. You all know how I feel about this. This has been in my Hidden Gems, and if you've seen the overview of this video, I 100% suggest getting this. It's a beautiful hardcover. It's $39.99. Alright, we've got Mark Waid Incorruptible Omnibus. You all know that I did a discontinued series. I started that last month. I did a video, I think, this month. What's this month, maybe? Some discontinued books. And this is one of them that I don't think Boom will ever collect in oversized hardcover like they did with Irredeemable. So this is like the villain side of that story. And like I said, this is the Omnibus edition, but it's really a compendium. It's a soft cover, and it's in standard edition. So it is as tall as just your standard size trade paperback. That's one thing that kind of gets confusing with different publishers, what the definition of an omnibus is, because we're all accustomed to what Marvel and DC has kind of put out there with these oversized hardcover books called omnibus editions. But in manga, it's a different term, and at Dark Horse, it's definitely a different term, as well as here at Boom. But it's one, like I said, I've read. I love this story, and I wish they would do hardcovers, but I don't think that's going to happen. So to have it all in one, that's why I decided to get this. I think right now, as of this video, it's out of print, but hopefully they'll restock it, because both this and Irredeemable, there's the Kentucky and Uncanny Omar coming out, Irredeemable, both sold really well, which for somebody that likes hardcovers, kind of makes me a little bit worried, because, you know, I want to see these succeed, but I also want the option of a hardcover edition sometime later. But at least it's all here, and you know me, I don't shy away from soft covers or trade paperbacks. I enjoy reading and owning these books and collected editions, no matter what format they're available in. But this is a big book, and this also retails for $39.99, as well as Irredeemable. I don't know if, let me look in the back. In the back, what they did was add the trade paperback covers. So these are the covers to the trade paperbacks that were originally released, and the content resource, and what other books are available from Boom. You know, I need to do my favorite Boom titles. The Spire just reminded me to do that. I haven't done one yet, I don't think, right? Remind me in the comment section. But this is Incorruptible. Superman, City of Tomorrow, Volume 2. Still waiting on Volume 1. I think that just shipped out from Cheap Graphic Novels. But this book I had to get. I have some of the trade paperbacks, but you all have been asking me to do an updated, or I'm sorry, a Superman reading order for a long time, And of course I'm going to do one. It's up to our patrons to vote every month. X-Men outvoted Superman in March, and oh my gosh, that's going to be a multiple month reading order, but I know that I'll put up Superman again. And I'll make sure to put Superman up against something ridiculous like the Sentry. I can't imagine the Sentry reading order, especially being like 2 or 3 books, winning over Superman. But I know it's something that you all have been wanting, but it's a task doing those reading orders, so I kind of take a little break in between X-Men and Superman. But Superman will probably come out sometime this year, and that's why I was like, well, I gotta upgrade my trades since we have these now coming out, these fatter trades that are more complete. I hope they don't discontinue these like they did the Superman Lightning Blue trade paperbacks. That's a damn shame, because that's an era that hasn't been collected properly. But here we are. This is the Jeff Loeb 2000, almost, I call this era the Superman 2000 era when I was working on my custom bind books of Superman that I still have a project left to do. It's like 5-year work in progress, but you know, hey, I gotta make YouTube videos, so anyway, this one here, I think this one's $29.99 if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I was wrong, $39.99, but it's a big book. I mean, that's a thick one. Finally got this in, Ragnarok Volume 3, hell yes, continuing freaking Walter Simonson's run on Ragnarok. What if Walter Simonson got the free reins to do whatever he wanted to with Thor? That's what this book is, really. It's got beautiful artwork, wonderful colors that really, really make his art pop out more, I think. I really enjoyed this story. It's one of my favorite IDW books when I did my top 10 favorite IDW books. I've not read this one, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Now, somebody told me that this is going to be the last one. I really hope not, because there's so many other characters I want to know more about. But this is Ragnarok from IDW, available in hardcover format right now. And this is the only format I want to say. I don't think there's a trade paperback format of these yet. And this one's called The Breaking of Helheim. Now, it's interesting to see how IDW decides to release some books in trade paperback format, and deluxe edition format, and then in standard edition hardcover. So this is a standard edition hardcover. It is the size of your regular trade paperbacks. Okay, I lied. It's a little bit bigger than your regular size trade paperbacks. That's a odd size for a book. But anyway, volumes 1 and 2 have been out. I want to say volume 2 is getting a little harder to find if you want to try to find it sometime soon, if you're interested in these books. But here it is, volume 3. Finally adding it to my library. Alright, Aster of Pan. Now, I went with the Peach Momoko cover that was only available through the Magnetic Press Kickstarter, but this is, oh my gosh, I have no idea what this is, but it's a book that I cannot wait to sit down and read. When I was doing the previews of books coming out in January, this is a book that got delayed, and I think it finally came out in February. So I emailed Magnetic Press and asked them if they still had any copies of the Kickstarter cover, and they had some, so I bought it through their website, or through their Kickstarter, rather. And I've got another Kickstarter book to show you all here in a second, but I don't know what this is about, and sometimes going into these books, that's better for me. I love to be surprised. It looks like it's Magnetic Press does translate a lot of European titles over to America, so I'm assuming that's what this is. I don't know what the premise is. Peach Momoko has nothing to do with this at all, other than the cover. The original cover has the main character, I think it's like her backside, and she's got her fist up, I think. So I can't wait to read this. I'm excited to read it. And I love when Magnetic Press releases books, because you know their hardcovers stand out with these curved ends there, not pointy at all. But this is Aster of Pan, or Pawn, I don't know, Pawn, let me know how you pronounce it. Artwork looks gorgeous though. Here we have my Kickstarter. I can't wait to read this. This is Brigada, translated from the Spanish, I want to say, and that's actually where I got it from, was a Kickstarter. This is by Enrique Fernandez. It comes with little poster or postcard artwork here. It's about these little dwarfs. The first one was, I think, brought over by Magnetic Press, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the Kickstarter for what is known as the third volume. So the first one that was brought over by Magnetic Press collects volumes 1 and 2, and I loved it. I just got this in the mail, and of course I had to kickstart it. So this particular volume, though, is in English. So you had the option of kickstarting it in Spanish or in English, and this is the English version. I'm not sure if Magnetic Press was going to bring it over. I'm sure they probably will, but I enjoyed the first, well, 2-volume collection in one hardcover from Magnetic Press so much. When I found out about this, I think one of you all, and thank you so much, I cannot remember who it was that told me about it, said that there was a Kickstarter going on in Spain for the 3rd volume. And I was like, done. Before I knew it, I was kickstarting it. I was like, of course. I love the first 2 volumes so much, and I don't know if this wraps it up or not, but it's about a group of warrior little dwarfs and how they fight in this kind of medieval place. And then the setting is all this kind of medieval fantasy setting. So the artwork looks a little cartoony. I'm not sure if that's your cup of tea or not, but for me, I'm a big fan of this stuff. I really enjoyed the first one, and I may do a thorough review when I read all 3 of them, but this is what the bookend pages look like, and then the back of the book. So this is Brigada Volume 3, and it comes with the little storyboard. Look at that, that's cool. Thought this was an ash can at first. Y'all remember those when they used to give those away, or you had to purchase them? So it's this little thumbnail sketches before he does the final art. So I'll be doing a comparison back to back from that. That is cool. And it comes with these little postcards. Or at least this was the tier that I was in. Next up, I got the Who's Who Omnibus, which I've done an overview on the channel just earlier today. If this video does come out on Sunday, which is supposed to, unless, you know, there's always some issues, but whatever. And if you want to check that out, a more in-depth look at this Omnibus and what it collects and the build of it. Remember when I said earlier that it's really weird, something going on between Diamond, the direct market, and Dark Horse? This is one of those cases, and that is the World of Black Hammer. This is Volume 2. Now, the World of Black Hammer Volume 2 has already been available in the book market, so places like Amazon and Barnes & Noble, Target, and places in the direct market, like your local comic book shop or in-stock trades, didn't get it. Now, Cheap Graphic Novels orders books outside of the direct market, so that's how he was able to get some copies in. So I don't know when. People keep asking me when the direct market is finally going to get this collection, and I really don't know, especially the way things are going now between Diamond, Dark Horse, and then Marvel switching over everything from Diamond to PRH. I just like to tell people to play it safe, and, you know, if you really, really want this in your collection, maybe Amazon or Cheap Graphic Novels or Barnes & Noble, one of those places that has it in stock currently, might be your safest bet, because I hate for anybody to miss out on this series. So this is the World of Black Hammer, and this particular volume collects Black Hammer 45 and the Quantum Age, and both of them revolve around the Black Hammer universe by Jeff Lemire. So that's what both of these collect. Now, I've read Black Hammer 45, but I've not read the Quantum Age. So let me look in the back here to see if there's anything extra. So it looks like we have... Oh, this is really cool. So it's the process of pencils, inks, and colors. Ah, that's cool. These are thumbnail sketches. And then I think there's character designs back here. This is all from the Quantum Age. Covers. The process of covers. Yeah, that's the cover to the World of, and that's the World of Library, or no, that's Black Hammer Library Edition Volume 2. Cool. I know there's a third one coming out, and then there's also the World of Umbrella Academy coming out in Library Edition later on this year. This one, like the previous volumes, does come with its own dust jacket. Alright, do you all know how hard this was to find? So, this is the Tokyo Ghoul Re, the complete box set. So this is the follow-up to Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Ishida. And this came out in a box set late last year and immediately sold out. I contacted my contact at Viz, and she assured me, let's open it up, that it would come back in a print, but in a small print release. I'm doing it backwards, sorry. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, we don't know exactly if it's going to sell well. So I think I mentioned that in one of my Saturday streams in December that they were going to reprint it, and there was a small restock. So this, I don't know if this is going to be the last restock, but here it is. And the complete box set, and each one of the volumes, 1 through 16, 16 being a little bit bigger. Hopefully they'll reprint it. I know in the past they've reprinted other box sets, like the One Piece box set or the Claymore box set, and then they keep going in and out of print, and then people, of course, take advantage of that when they go out of print. Let's look at one of these books. All right, here is volume 1. That's what it looks like in the back. And of course, these retail for $12.99. The box set itself was $179. That's the retail price. But it's cool. Looks like a watercolor finish to it. You have the colored pages in here. And of course, translated right to left in the traditional Japanese format. So this is a series I haven't read yet. I've read all of Tokyo Ghoul finally towards the end of last year, but I have not read this. I don't even know who the characters are. So excited to read this. This is rated, what is this, Teen Plus, I think. Let's look at a later volume. All right, here's volume 11. And yeah, I'm really digging those covers. This fake watercolor look, perhaps, is what it's called. But then the internal pages look like this. So the translations are all done within the panels, much like the original one. And it looks like in the back of this is an image. And then after volume 16 is this. I assume this is a little poster. Yeah. So it looks to be a two-sided poster, front and back. Does anybody actually hang these up, or are you all anal like me and just put them back where they belong, even though you're not gonna resell it? I don't know. I'm weird like that. I don't hang up. Like, I never tore up any of my little posters that came in my Berserk original Tonkabon. It's like I don't ever plan on selling it, but I plan on always keeping it. I swear, I'm like that with the leaflets too. But anyway, this is the complete box set. They just announced, what was it, Demon Slayer, I think? So I was like, oh, well, I don't have a single volume of that, so I'll be getting those. And, I mean, I've double dipped already with Claymore. I own the originals, but that box set looked way too pretty to pass up on. All right, so let's start the Kyle pile. This is what my buddy Kyle got me for my birthday. So we kick it off with the Suicide Squad Justice League. This is the hardcover edition, or I'm sorry, Justice League versus Suicide Squad Rebirth hardcover. Now, this is a standard size hardcover. It is not your oversized hardcover. So, but it does collect the full event as well as the crossover parts in issues of Justice League and in issues of Suicide Squad and the one-shots. So, yeah, this is where the Kyle pile begins. Let's see what else we got. The True Lies of the Fabulous Killjoys. I think he knew that I had the slipcase, but he was like, they have a new edition out, man. So he was kind enough to get this for me. And this is also done by My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way. So the same gentleman that worked on Umbrella Academy. This was his other Dark Horse book that was published, and it comes with a pink ribbon. Sweet. I know they also reprinted the library edition. I'm just going to show some more of this artwork here, because we have some phenomenal art by not only Becky Cloonan, but also Sean Simon, both of the artists in these books. So this was a fun, maybe, you know, keep thinking about when I'm going to come back to Old Reader, New Reader, when there's all these books that I'm looking at that I've read that I would love to reread again. And this is definitely one of them. Let's look in the back here, because I know there's extras. So here we have some extras from different covers. Wow, that's awesome. The art process, uncolored pages. Some artists in here that I'm sure look familiar to a lot of you all, because they have worked with Gerard Way on other projects. That's awesome. That's I think that's Grampa. Yeah, Rafael Grampa. Maddie, Once Upon a Time in the Future. This is a Kickstarter, and was not expecting this. That Alex DeCampi. It is Alex DeCampi. Duncan Jones. Some art pieces there. There's a batch. That's what's up. No idea what this is about, but it's a Kickstarter. Oh, man. That is gorgeous. I know there was a slipcase edition of this. And, oh, wow. That's beautiful. And this is just showcasing some of the artwork in here. I don't know why I'm reminded of Macross 7 when I see things like this. Hey, that whole Robotech thing is done, huh? Robotech and Macross. I was talking a little bit about that on the Saturday stream. A lot of these artists look familiar. This is awesome. I don't even know what this is about, but the artwork is freaking stellar. Okay, let's see if there's anything extra in the back without revealing anything. So we have process of the artwork, the credits. Okay, so it goes through all the artists. I knew that was Simon Beasley. Should have said. Oh, Glenn Fabry. Okay, he did the cover art for a lot of the Preacher books. And oh, James Sticco. Yeah. Okay. I recognize some of these. It's very Matrixy. But yeah, this was a Kickstarter. I'm not sure where it's available. I think there is going to be a hardcover edition available for everyone, or maybe this is it, but for some reason I thought this was the Kickstarter version. So he also got me Absolute Joker. He knows how much I love these oversized books and how much I just love oversized artwork, and he was like, you don't own Absolute Joker, and I was like, yeah man, it's really, it's $50 and it's the Killing Joke, and I love the Killing Joke, but the extras that they added. Okay, so this is really cool, and I think they did the same thing with Year One, and it was the same reason I kind of stayed away from Year One, because it's such a small story. Don't get me wrong, not small in the scope of things, but small as in, like, there's really not that many pages in the Killing Joke. It's one of the best Batman/Joker stories. It's the quote-unquote origin of Joker. So in the beginning, you have the Killing Joke story with the new colored pages, and then immediately afterwards, by the way, this is printed in thick glossy paper, and then this doesn't even feel like matte paper, this feels like comic book paper, is the original colors. So that's really cool, and they did the same thing I heard with Year One, the Absolute Edition. I don't have that one either. Ribbon. But that's really cool that they gave you an option. That's how they fatten this up. I know they have the script in here as well. Yeah, right here's the script, which there was a controversy about the final page and final panels about that. I remember for a while. And then you have the story here from, I think this was originally in black and white, one of the short stories, but they colorized it for this. Brian Bolin, of course, doing the artwork. And here's these are the covers. That's from The Last Laugh, yeah. So these are covers featuring the Joker or Batman that Brian Bolin has done. It is a beautiful, and it's not expensive. It was $50, but for me, I was like, I have the deluxe edition. I was okay, but Kyle was like, nah, not good enough, man. So he got me this version. So it comes in a slipcase, like all the other Absolute editions. There we go. Now, he also got me this. Now, he knows I'm not in a Critical Role. I don't even know what Critical Role is. My brothers could tell you, and Wonder Matty could tell you, but I think it's like a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I'm downplaying that. But this is Critical Role Vox Machina Origins, Series 1 and 2 collection. This is the library edition from Dark Horse Comics. It just came out, and not knowing anything about it, I know that they play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sorry, I do know that. But this is a fantasy-based looking comic book. And I believe both Wonder Matty and The Amazing Amanda have read these books. And I think they've done an old reader, new reader on it. I was not on that episode. But yeah, it looks like it's got beautiful artwork. It's all fantasy-based. So I know they're funny. That's what my brothers tell me. And I know that they do like 4-hour playthroughs, 6-hour playthroughs sometimes. So if you're a fan of them, I'm sure you know what this book is. But yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments below, or if you watch Critical Role. I think they're done by voice actors and actresses, I want to say. Why am I assuming things here? I really don't know. And I don't know much about the book other than the fact that it looks gorgeous and I like fantasy settings. So, you know, I may not have played Dungeons and Dragons growing up, but I sure as hell liked the cartoon growing up, or any cartoon or movie that had a fantasy base. Even Lady Hawk. That's right, I said it. Alright, let's look in the back here for some extras. So we have some character designs here, the sketchbook. So these are all the characters. Not sure if they've appeared in the show or not, but these are the characters in the comics. Hey, Pike's kind of cute. Yeah, I like the artwork. It looks simplistic, but has a very cartoony feel to it. I like that. It's a beautiful book. And then Kyle got me one of my most wanted whales that I've been looking for a long time. This is the slipcover edition to Girls from the Luna Brothers. So let's look through here. Because I've got their other works in slipcover editions. Hey, they did the same thing and kept that, like I do. Thought I was the only one that did that. No, I think some of you all told me you keep the little leaflets. So here we go, the Luna Brothers. And how do I best describe this? I never thought I would find a group of naked white women scary. And that's the way this book makes me feel. This is a horror story if you've not read it. It's a really fun story. And this is my first experience that I had with the Luna Brothers. Let's get to the middle, because there's a bunch of nudity in this. So this is definitely mature content. So they have a very anime look to their artwork. Almost like Pat Lee. And I even hate comparing anybody to Pat Lee. But hey, you know, gotta give credit where credit is due. Pat Lee had an anime style that he knew the colorist would pick up a lot of his work. But the Luna Brothers always worked together on projects. So this is what the artwork looks like in here. I'm trying to find some creepy imagery, but like I said, naked white women, it's really difficult to show. Never thought I'd say those words, but okay. There we go. I can censor at least that. But it's things like this that he runs into, that the characters run into. But I can't really do it justice because there's like a group of these naked chicks that are running around, and it gets creepier, and it's all about survival horror. And yeah, I really like this series, and I don't hear enough people talk about it. But let's look in the back here for some extras. Right, so you have the trade paperback and variant covers back here. It's almost a very simplistic look to their art, but the colors really, really make them so much better and stand out. And that is it. Maybe I should do a review of this particular book. Yes, if there's ever any of these books that you all want me to do more of an in-depth overview of, please let me know. Alright, so I ended up going to a place that I had credit, one of these used bookstores, and they got a bunch of these Prince Valiant books. And I think just last month somebody was asking if I had read any of these. So these are based on the comic strips and published by Fantagraphics. And I had not read any of this stuff. So the years, I mean, this stuff is old. 1939 and 1940, that's volume 2. They didn't have a volume 1, but this is what the artwork looks like. And these would appear in newspapers, so that's what this collection collects. And this is a big, oversized book. Let me give you an idea of how big these are. Now, there are box sets available. Here it is compared to the size of a standard size hardcover, BPRD. Now, there are box sets available, I think, that hold 3 of these, but, you know, I'm okay not going back. I think some of those are out of print right now, but yes, I can't believe I found these there, and I had enough credit to get all these. And now I gotta go hunt for some of the other volumes, like I said, volume 1. But this artwork, I mean, that looks like a Brian Boland piece of art. It reminds me a lot of the Camelot 3000. This is gorgeous. The colors, I'm sure there had to have been a lot of restoration when it came to these. But having never read it, and, you know, vaguely knowing the story of Prince Valiant, this is awesome. Let's keep looking at some of these other volumes. That was just volume 2. Here's volume 9. The dead dog? What the heck? Let's keep flipping through here. But just the amount of detail that goes into his art. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Little Nemo book that I have. And this is all the same guy. This is all written and drawn by Hal Foster. Yeah, I gotta get the Gugon to take out the price tags that they put on the book. Oh well, you know, they were used, so what can you do? Prince Valiant's lips. Okay, let's see if there's. I want to see if there's anything extra in the back, or if it's just okay. So, gives a little maybe biography on the people that put this together. Prince Valiant and the Sacking of Hollywood. 60th anniversary of Hal Foster's creation on the silver screen. Can say I've never seen that. I have no idea how many volumes there are going to be. I know they're past 24. Let's look at it. Let's see what the... Oh, volume 9 is the last one I got, so now I got to go hunt for more. Maybe the same person that flipped these over to that used bookstore will go back and sell the rest of his collection. I can use up the rest of my in-store credit, but man, that is gorgeous. I really need to set time aside. Whenever this channel goes on into automatic mode one day, I can set time aside to read some of these books that I've been getting. But for now, it's just X-Men. And speaking of X-Men, last but not least, was an unexpected birthday present from Max. Dude, I said I wasn't going to get this because I didn't want to start getting artist editions, and Mike sent me the Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. Dude, much love. And then Max sent me this. This is crazy. There's an introduction here from Scott Williams, but this is the artist edition. So these are the pages of Jim Lee. That's 248. That's awesome. I have no idea what's in this. No idea. I know there are videos out there, and I'm just, you know, I wasn't going to get it, so I didn't really want to live vicariously through people. Oh, man. Oh, that's Whilce Portacio. That's not Jim Lee. That's cool, because that's 267. Yeah, that's Whilce Portacio's artwork. So is this. I had no idea what to expect. This is gorgeous. So to kind of give you an idea of... I'm sorry, usually I have a lot to say. I'm just kind of at a loss for words. This is my first time opening the book. This is what it looks like. This is how big it is. This is an Omnibus. This is X-Men Omnibus Volume 2. The book retails for $125, and it is the artist edition. This is 268. Oh man, does it have 269? Look at that. Look at the color tone for Black Widow. This is beautiful. Why? I'm already thinking about what... Oh, the bubbles! They do have it! God bless the person that owns that page. That's okay. Savage Land Rogue. Biting her little bottom lip. Magneto. We got Sexy Time Magneto in here too. Extinction Agenda Part 1. Yes! Oh my god, do they have the fight with Archangel? No, that would be Part 7, so that's 272. Oh, gosh. This is... Sorry. Yeah, they... Oh, dude! Oh, man! When I was a kid, I used to sketch that so much. I was like, I want to be a comic book artist. I want to be just as good as Jim Lee. This is... Damn. Oh, it is Sexy Time Magneto. Alright, I can't flip through every page, otherwise I'm going to be here another hour. I don't know how long this video is going to be. X-Men number 1. Dude, the Danger Room. I remember drawing a picture of this for my... What was it? It was my poem collection in high school. Love that. Love that. This brings back so many memories. And seeing it in the original, just pencils and inks, is freaking insane. And to see the evolution of this phenomenal artist, Jim Lee, go from this. Granted, you know, I think this is Dan Green on inks, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was Scott Williams until later. But this is, yeah, Dan Green. To this. Oh my god. And yes, Scott Williams, of course, has a lot to do with that. Yeah, angles, man. Angles. Come on now, Jim Lee. It's a kid-friendly show. Damn. Acolytes. Alright, let me look in the back here. I promise that's it. That's it. Because I know you all have seen plenty of videos on this stuff. Oh, the trading cards, man. Lockheed. upstarts like Fitzroy and Sienna Blaze and Graydon Creed, who didn't even end up looking like that. Shinobi Shaw. Damn. Very cool. Thank you so much, dude. Max, I was not expecting this. This is beautiful. A quick biography on Jim Lee. But that, as they say, is that. Now, if you're interested in purchasing some of these books, they are available from our sponsor, CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online source for collected editions up to 50% off retail price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on excellent packaging, so your stuff gets to you in excellent condition, and they have amazing customer service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And for all you Minties that are watching, if you're a first-time customer, don't forget to mention that Near Mint Condition sent you their way for a promotional credit on free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your source for the hottest books with deep discounts, customer service, and excellent shipping that will keep you coming back for more. And that was my haul for March. Please let me know in the comments down below what you picked up. I would love to know all your favorite books you picked up, what you ended up buying on a blind, what you ended up buying because of this channel. Yeah, and as you know, I always do Omnibus overviews, and those are in a separate playlist, so that's probably why you don't see a lot of them in here, especially the Marvel stuff, because I feel guilty about putting a review copy that Marvel sends me on a haul video. So this was my haul for the month of March. And a huge thank you again to the astonishing Melanie for always knowing what to get me on my birthday and Christmas so I can finally freaking read Twilight Man. I forgot about that book. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, ring that bell for notifications. We are on Spreadshop and on Patreon. Amazing ways to support the channel, and thank you to our existing patrons. All of that information is in the description of this video. And more importantly, all of you, stay healthy, stay safe, and much love.